Dive deep into the legends that ignite. Cracking cans, cast where the legends roam. Explore the mystery, feel right at home. Bearded voices share a tale so grand. Join the adventure, take a stand. Ow!
What up, and welcome back to the Cracking Cans podcast. The podcast, we talk about the weird, the haunted, and the straight up cursed. I'm Mike, he's Corey, and we got stuff coming at you today. Stuff.
Some good stuff.
Dude, is that your notes?
This?
Yeah.
No, it's a little... Why? You know what? While you brought it up, I'm gonna do...
He's holding the smallest piece of paper with handwriting on it.
This is the first in the cast, and it's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but always forget. I'm making a correction from last episode.
Correction. Okay.
For myself.
Okay.
So last episode, I said that it was, and this is like really doesn't relate with the episode.
Does this have to do with your booger spot?
Close. It was a little bit before that. I said that the Mastiff and the St. Bernard were bred together to get the long-haired St. Bernard.
Rookie mistake.
It wasn't the Mastiff.
Wasn't.
It was the
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, yeah. The Newfoundland dog.
Does that mean
the St. Bernard.
Does that mean I can say it? Corey, stupid.
Hey, I'm making a correction, though.
Making a correction.
So that makes
with
me
the world's
not
tiniest
stupid.
piece of paper
And
that's
it ripped
in half.
It ripped. I had it in my pocket all day.
That's the kind of, why?
Because I was at work and it just clicked on me. I was like,
stick it in there. Stick it in there.
I was like, wait,
lose this.
son of a bitch. I said Mastiff. It wasn't Mastiff.
Gosh, I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, so I was like,
The people are going to be flipping the fuck out on me.
There we go.
All right.
First
so you got a
correction.
First correction.
On the cast.
I guarantee you I'm never going to correct. Not because I don't get stuff wrong, but because I will never admit that I was wrong.
That's right.
Big difference. So time slips.
Time slips.
Time slips. You want to get? Let's get right into the brewskis
Let's
for this
go
one.
into the beer.
Let's go there.
We're going to Other Half Brewing Company.
But wait.
What?
This says 12 throwback. It's so weird. Wow.
It's their 12th year throwback.
Yeah, gotcha.
So does that mean it's been 12 years since this has come out?
Or it's been 12 years since they've been pumped. I think that... I don't know if they've been around for longer than 12 years or not. I will look that up while you're going on.
Yeah, you go hunt and peck for that, baby.
Yipper.
So this is our fourth? I think it's our fourth.
Is it?
Third or fourth.
Sounds about right.
Beer from Other Half Brewing Company. And this one here is called Einstein's Daydream. It's a double dry hopped Imperial oat cream IPA.
Oh, I love the way you say cream.
Oat cream IPA. Coming in at 8.5% ABV.
And it is their 12-year anniversary of the brewery.
Okay.
They were founded in 2014.
So this just must, because I know this one was like out of production or whatever, so I wonder if they're just bringing back other like old beers that
that
they
would
once
make sense.
Produced. Okay.
I was also you sent me a picture of this one, and I was really confused because the can looks just like Other Half cans. Yeah. But it said 12 throwback on there.
I got confused too.
My brain was so confused at the picture.
That's why I just didn't even look at the 12 because I was like, I'm not going to even notice that.
Yeah.
So I just ignored it.
Yeah, I was frazzled.
Yeah.
Not enough to look into it at all, just enough that I was like, wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
I just went back to my normal everyday life.
Yeah. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Yeah. Kind of like what people experience when they have a time slip.
Frazzled.
It's kind of like, wow, that was weird.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah. So there are two reasons I picked this beer. Number one, when you think about Albert Einstein, you think about one of the most brilliant scientific minds in history.
I think of what that dude doing with his mustache all the time.
Yeah, well, makes him unique.
That's what I'm talking about.
I wish I could do that with my mustache.
You could.
Probably. You're right.
Yeah. What's stopping you, really?
You.
Corey is the only thing stopping Corey from having a mustache
you're
like
right.
that. It's time.
Yeah. You want to do it together?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a hard no for me, dog.
And this smart cookie talked about time travel, wormholes, and other high Q level stuff that, quite frankly, we're not going to get into.
Yeah, it's probably for the best, at least for me.
Because number one, we're just, go ahead.
Yeah.
Einstein never talked about time slips, not in that language, but his ideas are why the concept exists at all. He showed that time isn't fixed, that it can stretch, slow down, and behave differently depending on motion and gravity. In his equations, time can bend so much that the past and future stop being cleanly separated. He once said the difference between past, present, and future is a stubborn illusion, which is a very scientific way of saying time might not work the way we think it does. So while Einstein probably wouldn't have believed in accidental time travel, he's the reason it doesn't sound completely impossible either. And the second reason I picked this beer is the word daydream. A daydream is when your mind drifts away from what's happening around you and slips into an imagined scene, memory, or fantasy while you're awake. This is similar to a time slip, though there are some differences. A time slip, as people describe it, is outward. The person isn't imagining a scene. They believe the world itself changes. So they're more or less... kind of the difference is, like, you have a daydream, it's in your mind, whereas a time slip, it's you're in this. Like, you're there. It's physical. So, like, a daydream is inward. Your attention turns away from the world and towards your own thoughts. The settings look different, but both are eerily similar. You put Einstein and Daydream together, though, I'd argue that Einstein's Daydream might just happen to be a time slip.
Could be. That dude, I feel like at some point you get to be so smart that you don't even know what the hell's going on around you all the time.
Yeah, or like too much about what's going on around you.
Too much, which is worse.
Yeah.
For sure. Let's cheers this baby up.
Oh, it's fucking good.
I feel like this one has that Kush smell we were talking about a little bit.
It does. I mean, you could definitely get the high alcohol taste in this.
Yeah, but it's not bad, though.
It's not.
It's not like, it's definitely not overpowering like some high octane. What is this one? It's not crazy
It's
high.
8.5. It's not
is it
super.
8.5? Okay. 8. Mine says 8.
Oh, well, on their website it said.
Maybe you got a different one. Maybe you're ripping me off 0.5% alcohol.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be something.
Yeah.
Dude, it'd be awesome if yours said 8.5 and mine says 8. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
No, but it's
mine says 8.
yeah, it's good. It's not crazy. Like, you can taste the alcohol there. Not uber powerful or anything, but
Yeah. And this is what a Imperial oat cream. Oat cream.
oh yeah, you know the way I love it.
When
Love
I
it when you
say-
say cream.
What about oat? What about when
Oat's all right.
when I say them together?
Oat's all right. I do like a good hearty oat IPA. So this is delicious. I feel like that's like Tired Hand signature. They got that real oaty IPA. Alien Church got that good oat flavor to it.
Oh, that's some good shit.
Yeah. But this is delicious. You cannot go wrong with Other Half, that's for sure. Their beer's delicious. Their cans are this one's rather boring, I would say, as far as their cans go.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
But it's a throwback, so
It is a throwback, yeah.
they've definitely come a long way.
Can't have bangers every time. It's just the way she goes.
Yeah.
So with that,
Let's go there.
let's get into it.
But before we get too far, we're going to go over some sources. Use a couple sources here. First one, listverse.com. I also got atlasobscura.com, icysedgwick.com, thetab.com, and medium.com.
And all things interesting. All that's interesting.com.
I never know which is which.
All that.
I think it's just the Mandela effect.
Could be. Very well could
Honestly,
be.
it's
That's
what
what
it
it is. Of all the things time travelers could change, they want to change all that's interesting. Or all things interesting. We don't know. We don't know what they changed to
Just
what.
to fuck us up.
That's it.
Nobody else.
And it's working.
Nobody else even notices or cares. But son of a bitch, we do.
Hey, can I have a second before we get too far into this episode?
I'll give you 3.
Okay. So I feel like every couple episodes I like to just make a verbal call out to the Men in Black. Guys, if you guys want to come visit our cast, investigate us, interrogate me, try and intimidate me or Corey, we are here and we are waiting for it.
Door's unlocked too when we
Let's
record.
go. Let's go. Let's go there.
The garage, you have to pull it up. The left one. The right one's locked. Pull up the
You
left
don't need
one.
to tell them everything.
They don't know which garage.
Well, they do. Oh, they do.
You're right. I should tell them the right one. They
Yeah.
pull their shoulder out.
Yeah. I'd be next to him down at rehab again. Doing my shoulder workouts. But that's been feeling good lately. But yeah, just every so many episodes, I like to call out the Men in Black. And be like, where the hell are you?
Yeah.
Bitches.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
That's what I got.
All right. Let's go. So I'm going to talk about 2 different time slip incidents. And I would say they're 2 of the most famous ones that you're going to hear about, read about when you're looking this stuff up. The first one...
I've heard about a cool time slip one time, but I don't know if you're going to talk about it, so I'll wait.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I saw it quite a bit, but I went with like the 2 most common, famous stories that you kind of hear of. The first one is the Versailles time slip incident, which happened back in France in 1901. On a hot August afternoon, 2 friends, co-workers, Eleanor Frances Jourdain and Charlotte Ann Moberly. Oh,
those are some hot babes.
You just saw your face.
Hot babes. Right
I knew
there.
you were like,
yeah.
You were itching to like.
Oh
say
yeah,
that.
babe-tastic.
There's 2 of them.
Well, my brain pictured it was going to be 2 guys, so as soon as you started with, it's like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize we were going to have babes on the cast today.
So these 2 guys were.
Damn it! Son of a.
They were on holiday from England.
Is this really 2 guys?
No. It's
Okay.
2 girls. No.
Okay.
No.
I don't know how they do stuff in France
Yeah.
or England.
I don't know genders.
Genders and such. Genders is merely just a figment of our imagination.
Just like time.
Just like time. I heard a thing. Wow, how did it go the other day? Like, time is really weird when you think about it.
It is.
Because...
It's just man created is all it is.
Yeah. And do you ever, like, why is time created the way it is? Why is our calendar created the way it is? Why don't we just have 28 days every month and just add, I think if we did, I'm pretty sure if we did 28 days every month, we could just add a 13th month and everything would have 28 days.
I've seen this before and I forget there's a reason.
Oh, well,
it's a stupid reason. Yeah.
Well, I actually looked this up and I think you get like the wrong amount of days. So you still need to have a leap year in every essentially 4 years. But what bothers me is like, okay, every 4 years to keep this calendar the same, we just get day 0. There's nothing open in the world. There's nothing going on. We just have day 0. Nobody works. No one does anything. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It'd just be like 2 New Year's days essentially.
I get behind that.
Yeah.
Extra vacation day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Day 0.
Don't you take away like Columbus Day or something on me. Even though it's a floating holiday for me, but I use it.
MLK is my floating holiday. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't even know what month Columbus Day's in.
October.
All right.
It's like the second week. All right, back to these babes. Eleanor Frances Jourdain and Charlotte Ann Moberly were on holiday from England. Eleanor was the principal at Oxford's St. Hugh's College, while Charlotte was her assistant, or some sources I found say vice principal. So I don't know.
There could be a relationship there.
Lover?
Is what I'm hearing.
Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. So these women were pretty well-respected individuals in their community, and I would say at pretty prestigious positions. They decided to take a trip by way of train to visit the Palace of Versailles, a former royal residence approximately 12 miles west of Paris. And if you look into this place, it is freaking huge. Like, we're talking 2,000 acres for the entire estate. Big.
Damn, that is big.
It's big.
Yeah.
The story goes that neither was very impressed by this palace.
What?
Yeah.
Hard people to impress, I would say.
Yeah. As they walked around through this royal estate, they ventured off to see 2 Trianon palaces in the gardens. However, the Grand Trianon was closed for the day, so they checked out the Petit Trianon.
What the hell's a Trianon?
I'm
A
gonna tell you in a second.
Trianon or a Trianan? I'm
Trianon.
not sure how it's pronounced at this point.
It's Trianon. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm sticking with.
Trigonometry.
Trigonometry. So basically, a Trianon is a small, elegant villa on the grounds of a larger establishment.
Okay.
Yeah. So just a
In-law suite.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we'll go with.
A little fancy building. And I had to look this up because I honestly had no clue either. And when you're looking into like France and shit gets weird.
Well, yeah. It's because freaking Nazi Germany had their way in France for a while.
Yep.
You don't know what they did. But you do. But you don't want to know.
Yeah.
Go on, Corey.
In the Petit Trianon, it's like petite. It's basically like a little Trianon.
Which is an in-law suite.
Yeah.
Which is a villa in the courtyard of the palace floor.
Yeah.
Trigonom.
Yeah. So the Petit Trianon was Marie Antoinette's or the last queen of France before the French Revolution, her private palace, and supposedly a lot nicer than the main building of the palace, like the Grand Trianon.
Okay. Dude, you just keep using this word.
I know, dude. I have it here so much, and I'm like
6,000 times we're going to use this word that we're not entirely sure if we're saying correctly.
I'm so fucking mad. I gotta say it like 10 more times.
Oh,
dude.
great.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
That means I'll get 7 different pronunciations for it.
So while these broads were at the palace searching for the Petit Trianon, they passed by a small cottage and a farmhouse. According to the women, while walking through the gardens, they began noticing men dressed in clothing that were from a different time period.
So they're just walking. Like there's no event that happened.
No, it's like set up. It's like a place you could visit. It's like a tourist place.
But there's no like nothing extreme happened.
There's nothing. It's just like a normal day.
Okay.
They're just there to visit as tourists. You know, they have like their little map.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of going through this place, looking at the different places
Gotcha.
on the estate. So then that's when they started noticing people dressed in clothing that were from a different time period.
They're probably just like, wow, they have actors here. These people
Yeah.
are committed.
They're
This
good.
This is great.
Yeah, they're good,
This
too.
really makes you feel like you're back then.
Yeah.
Next thing they know, they see the queen's head rolling across the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, oh gosh, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
They bowl here.
Yeah. And I know you hate when I do this, but when I got to this part,
Okay.
I thought of Goosebumps.
Dude, I was actually going to say, we haven't had a solid Goosebumps reference
The
on
Night
this
in
show.
Terror Tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was driving home from work today trying to remember the last time you made a Goosebumps reference.
Well, there you go. There you go, folks.
Probably only like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The more you think about it,
you
it's
might
like,
be
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Remember that black dog made me think of Fever Swamp. That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah, but I just kept thinking of that episode, The Night in Terror Tower. Both women later emphasized that nothing about the day felt unusual at first. They were not looking for anything strange. They were mildly tired, somewhat irritated by the heat, and annoyed at having taken a wrong turn. So, like, they're trying to find this little villa,
Yeah. Well, and then what do they call that over there again?
the Petite Trianon.
There it is. There's number 6. Yeah. This is great. I love it. I have absolutely no idea what this place is actually called. What these things actually are called at all. I have no idea. I don't even know if they start with a T at this point.
Yeah, it's in French, so
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
Potato, tomato.
Vegan potato, bonjour. Vegan s'il vous plaît.
As they walked farther from the main paths, they began to feel what they described as a sudden change in atmosphere. The gardens felt unnaturally still. They noted that the absence of wind, the absence of birds, and the absence of other visitors.
They didn't have birds back then?
Well, like in their little time
Damn.
slip.
No birds.
The silence was striking enough that both of them commented on it independently, though not immediately to one another. So they both kind of just thought it in their heads.
So they both just, like, they looked.
Yeah.
Like, I look over to my right
Yeah.
where you're not at, and I just say, wow, it's quiet.
Yeah, I know.
And you look over to your left where I'm not at, and it's just like, it's awfully quiet
It's awfully
today.
quiet.
It's so random. What do you mean? They both noted it, but not to each other. They're the only two there. How did they note it? I don't
know.
understand.
I don't know. They soon encountered a man standing near the path. He was wearing a long coat and a tricorn hat.
A tricorn hat?
Yeah, I didn't look it up, so I don't know what it looks like. I didn't really care.
Right. That's cool.
His clothes appeared old-fashioned, but not theatrical. Moberly later wrote that his expression was unpleasant and that his presence caused her a feeling of discomfort.
Dude, tricorn hats are crazy looking. I want one. Like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. His presence caused her a feeling of discomfort that she could not explain. And he did not behave like a guide or a performer, and he gave no clear response when addressed. As they continued, the scenery appeared inconsistent with what they expected to see near the Petit Trianon. They described buildings that looked plain and... I can see your lips going.
Yeah, I saw your lips going. There's a lot of thinking going on over there.
Dude, when the lips start going.
Dude,
you know?
what's crazy is when your lips are going after you say the word.
Yeah, they're still
So
going.
you say it.
And they're still going. Yeah. Got to catch up with the brain.
You're like the world's worst ventriloquist. Your lips move after you say the words instead of not moving your lips when you're speaking.
They described the buildings that looked plain and utilitarian, almost farm-like rather than decorative. There were no signs, no explanatory plaques, and nothing that suggested the area was arranged for visitors. So at this point, it didn't look like a place for tourists anymore. It looked like an underdeveloped, like it wasn't like there was farmlands, farmhouses, like stuff that was like, this doesn't look very prestigious and stuff like it should. The sense of oppression increased. Moberly later wrote that she felt as though the surroundings were unnatural, while Jourdain described a growing sense of tension and unease without being able to identify its source. They then noticed a woman seated on the grass. She was wearing light-colored clothing in an old-fashioned style and appeared to be sketching. The woman did not react to their presence in any noticeable way. There was nothing dramatic about the encounter, but both women remembered it distinctly. At the time, they did not identify her as any particular historical figure. They also encountered additional men in old-fashioned clothes. Jourdain came in close contact to like another guy that was near a bridge and made her feel uncomfortable. She later described him as having a stern or forbidding appearance. Yeah.
So the people back then don't know they're there.
That's what it seems like.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
So-
like they're like walking through this, looking at things going on.
Because they said they talked to that guy.
Yeah, and he just
didn't even answer him or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the impression I got with this.
Yeah.
With this whole story is like they're just momentarily taken back in time.
You're
just
a ghost in time, essentially.
Yeah, basically just watching everything, but
Interesting.
nobody can see you. Neither woman reported panic. What they described instead was a strong sense that something was wrong, that they were in a place that did not feel quite real or quite present. Eventually, the strange atmosphere ended abruptly. They found themselves back among other visitors. The gardens appeared normal again. The Petit Trianon
The puck wedgies.
was easily located.
You talking about puck wedgies?
I'm
again?
not, okay? Baked beans.
Beans. Talking about puck wedgies. Human beings.
So the little villa was easily located exactly where it should have been.
I don't know if it likes to be called the little villa. The small villa, maybe. I don't know if it likes to be referred to as little villa.
Well, little people, they don't like to be called dwarfs, but they like to be called little people.
I don't know if that's true.
Little people, big world.
Yeah, that's a bad... He's a bad guy to take an example of that dude there.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
sure about him. Yeah.
Anyway, only later, after discussing their impressions in detail, did they realize how closely their experiences matched. In the years that followed, they conducted historical research and came to believe that what they had witnessed corresponded closely to the grounds and inhabitants of the Putty Trianon. That's how I wanted to say it. But it's like Tria known. But say it in like French.
No.
Yeah, something like that.
If you threw that at the end of it, it would make more sense. I feel like in all that, when Keenan would be in the bathtub doing his French thing. Do you remember that? He'd be like saying like French words like and it would translate. It would be like, I just pooped in the top of your toilet. You know, just the most random things ever. I'll teach you Francais. He's in there with his little rubber duck in his raincoat. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. So basically what I just said is they did research and came to conclusion that what they experienced was exactly how that place looked at one point in time.
So did they do their research together? Or did they research separately and come together with the conclusions, kind of what they made? I would assume they did it together.
So what I gathered is it took them a little bit of time before they even talked about what happened, what they experienced.
Yeah.
And then once they started talking, they started kind of comparing each other's thoughts. Like, I felt this, I thought this, and basically both of their stories matched up. Like,
in what,
identical.
like in what world, if you and I were walking somewhere and this happened, all of a sudden we're walking in our downtown and people are wearing colonial clothing and stuff. At what point would I just look over at you and be like, what the fuck's happening?
Dude, like immediately.
Like, what's going on? Is there some kind of show or something down here?
Yeah.
To just go years and never say anything. You rode a train back to Oxford at this point.
Yeah.
You're sitting beside him in a train.
Yeah.
What else are you doing? Kissing? Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't.
It's fine.
It's hot.
But I mean, these women is hot. I know that. I don't even got to see them. But yeah, it's so weird to me to just be like, I don't know. It was just such a weird. Were you on acid? Were you drunk? What was going on? Like, it's not. Did you have some wine before you went out there? Maybe you did. I don't know. But still.
Yeah. I guess looking at playing like devil's advocate, maybe because the one was like the principal, the other one was a vice principal. So maybe the vice principal didn't want to come off as sounding crazy and getting fired from a job or something.
But
if she didn't experience the same thing that
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
But there had to be some kind of relationship between these two for them to just take this trip.
Yeah.
It's not like they were on a class trip together and they were just hanging out.
What I saw too about like their relationship was that the principal, I think the principal was like, I don't know, say 20 years older.
Okay.
And she was looking for like her successor.
Yeah. So
she's
which
trying
makes
to,
sense. But they're still doing.
Yeah.
If you're going on a trip like this together, you
yeah.
have a relationship of some sort.
Something, yeah.
So it can't. With a relationship, it can't be that weird to look and be like, "Hey, did you notice the woman wearing clothes from 250 years ago that was sketching not on a notepad but on a piece of cowhide?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's just so crazy to me when these happen. And maybe it's just because I've never been in a situation like this. I don't know.
Unless their relationship was just so professional.
Yeah, maybe.
That they just didn't have any type of I don't know. It is weird. Though. That's one thing that stuck out to me. So when they did eventually speak about it, the conversation was cautious. They compared notes slowly and with some hesitation. What surprised them was that their memories did not differ, but how closely they aligned, which I just kind of talked about. Each woman had noticed the same strange atmosphere, the same absence of other visitors, and the same figures in old-fashioned clothes. Some details had stood out to one woman more strongly than the other, but there were no major contradictions. This alignment troubled them. Both Moberly and Jourdain were trained academics. They were accustomed to weighing evidence carefully and distrusted explanations that relied on imagination or emotion. So, like, these these ladies were just strictly about like facts. This is what happened because of this.
Yeah, it makes sense for somebody in an
Yeah.
educator position that they have. I think especially we're early 1900s, so it kind of surprises me that there were two women in a position like this in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would think this would be like a principal would be a man's job,
Unless that's how they did it in France.
but they're from England,
Oh
right?
yeah, they're from England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, same difference,
I know what you're
more
saying.
or less.
Yeah.
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 So maybe because of being women in a
Yeah.
position like this, you just learn to not open your mouth, more or less.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I mentioned that down here.
Man, I
kind
just
of.
cannot get over just not saying a word to each other. That's crazy to me.
So for several years, they spoke of the incident only rarely and only to one another. It was not until later then, after separate reflection and continued unease, that they began to examine the experience more deliberately. They even revisited Versailles at different times, attempting to retrace their steps or have another experience, that they had years prior.
Yeah, probably went back and walked the same exact
Yeah.
thing they did.
Yeah. And then, like I said, they were researching the grounds of Versailles, just seeing how it looked years prior to how it looked now. And they found that parts of the landscape they remembered no longer existed by 1901, but had been present in the late 18th century. The style of dress they recalled, particularly that of the sketching woman, appeared consistent with the period of Marie Antoinette. It was during this phase that the idea took shape that they might have witnessed a scene from the past. Even then, they were reluctant to publish. They were aware that such a claim would be met with skepticism.
Witchcraft!
Yeah.
Witchcraft and wizardry everywhere!
Straight to Penhurst.
Straight to Penhurst. Burn her at the stake.
At the
I saw a
stake.
black dog following her.
And they believe that talking about their experience could damage their professional reputations. For that reason, when they finally decided to write an account, they did so anonymously. So they wrote a book titled An Adventure that was published in 1911. And in it, they presented their experience carefully, framing it as a record rather than a conclusion. They avoided sensational language and acknowledged alternative explanations, including psychological ones. The public response was mixed. Some readers found the account compelling, while others were openly dismissive. Critics suggested misinterpretation, shared hallucination, or a chance encounter with costumed performers.
I hate, because I've never seen an example where it can be true of a shared hallucination.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts.
Yeah. Even if two
shared-
people are on drugs.
Yeah, they
Their
don't
hallucinations
have the
are gonna
same
be different.
hallucination. And I guess the logic of it is that I tell you so much about my hallucination that you start to think that's what you saw too, yada, yada,
Yeah.
yada. But it's just, I know.
know.
I hate that.
I know.
And that's always, like, people always think that, especially when you see cryptids and the paranormal and all that, where there's more than one person, it's always a shared hallucination, No,
Yeah.
that's not a good enough reason.
No, I don't think so either.
The actors and stuff, that does make some kind of sense, but it's just really weird that they were never acknowledged when they were there.
Kendra and I went to Plymouth like several years ago,
Okay.
and we looked at like the
Goosebump book selection?
no,
Oh.
no, they were all out.
Ah, damn it. It's not, don't even go to Plymouth. It's not even worth it if they don't have Goosebump books.
But we went to some like, I don't know, village or something, like how it looked back then, and dude, I was like, I couldn't comprehend.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kendra's like, they're just actors. I'm like, why is she? Why are they dressed like this? Why is she
Dude, but
talking
they're
like
so
that?
committed.
They're so good.
They're so committed.
Yeah.
Like, you can't break them.
No.
Which is crazy.
I know. It was like blowing my mind.
Did you ever see Shane Gillis talking when he went down south and he was on a plantation checking it out, and he was back in the slave quarters,
Yeah.
and he's in the slave quarters looking around, and all of a sudden the person that's the slave comes in, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were here, and he's like, whoa, it's all right, bud, just come sit down. Oh no, sir, if you're, and it's like, oh my gosh, just come sit down, dude. It's 120 degrees outside. Take a freaking break.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
cracks me up.
Yeah.
Hashtag Shane Gillis.
Yeah. Well, I'll reach out to him.
Yeah.
I already did.
He's only like an hour away from us.
I know.
Well, when he grew up, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But his sister went to right
down
college
the road.
right up the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Moberly and Jourdain responded to some of these critics in later editions, clarifying points and defending their methods, though they never claimed absolute certainty. Both women maintained, however, that the core experience had been real and shared. They did not insist on a single explanation. What they insisted upon was the accuracy of their observation, that something out of the ordinary had occurred, and that it had left a lasting impression neither time nor reason had been able to erase.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna make these kind of claims and this kind of story at this period, and let's be honest, we're in the UK and France, which aren't necessarily known for being the most lively and fun places as far as having an imagination through time. You know,
Yeah.
There's like the British have a dry humor. That's what it is. You know. So if they're gonna make these claims, they have to just utterly back up every claim. They have to be ready to go to war for every single one of these claims.
Yeah.
And it seems like, from what I'm gathering, it's what they did.
Yeah. So, like, do you have any other thoughts on it? I know you kind of shared it as we were kind of talking about it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not, as far as an explanation for what they saw, I don't have one. I don't know enough about time slips. I mean, outside of what you've talked about and stuff like that. They're kind of self-explanatory in a way, but at the same token, they're just way too hard to grasp. Time in general is way too hard to grasp.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I don't believe that they shared a hallucination. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I don't think that either.
I don't think they ran into people that just had costumes. That doesn't seem like that would be a logical explanation, because why were they not acknowledged? I don't know. I don't have.
And, like, why wouldn't they have seen other visitors there, too?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it was just them and all the people in
all
costumes.
yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have nothing else.
So personally, I really like how they didn't just jump to supernatural conclusions. They identified that they experienced something strange, then spent a decade carefully analyzing and comparing their experience, and eventually writing a book anonymously using pseudonyms. So, like, they wrote a book about what happened, but they didn't even use their real names.
What would your fake name be if you had a book? Like, I know what my fake name would be.
I mean, I know my drunk alter ego.
Yeah, that's different, though.
He'd probably write a book.
It wouldn't make any sense. The words
it'd
wouldn't
be
be
good,
right.
though.
The word, no, it wouldn't. No one would be able to understand that.
I would.
It'd be like typed in cursive.
Yeah.
It'd be so confusing.
No, it'd be typed in sign language.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. What would yours be?
I'm Ricky Newborn. Pleased to meet me.
No, I don't have one.
Okay. He's butt crack Corey.
Just butt crack would
Just
be
butt
mine.
crack.
Yeah.
Butt and the crack would be your
Crack.
last name.
Yeah.
Let's not be ridiculous. We still have a first and last name.
Yeah. And it seemed like they also really focused on the facts of their experience, like we talked about. You know, this is where we were, this is what we experienced, and we don't know what exactly happened or why it happened, but this is what it was, which to me makes it feel more real and genuine. Whereas if they were saying they went back in time, really sensationalized it, and didn't really leave it up for questioning or interpretation, I feel like I would be more skeptical about it. And just the fact that they also created fake names to not jeopardize their professional reputation. Like, if I wanted to make something up for money or publicity, I would have used my legal name. But that's just kind of my thoughts about the whole thing.
Yeah, you don't really stand to benefit if you don't use your real name.
Yeah. Like,
So-
yeah, you might sell copies, get some money that way, but that's
Right,
pretty
yeah.
much where it stands.
Yeah, but you want to do the book tour. You want to go
Mhm.
out, sign autographs. So
Yeah.
people wine and dine you, 69 you.
Netflix and chilling.
Well, back then it was just,
Guillotine and killing.
yeah, guillotine and killing. That's what it was. Had to be.
Yeah.
All right.
That was before that, but
Well, close enough, yeah.
Same,
Yeah.
whatever.
You know, the other thing was you just walked out in the middle of the field, you sat down, and you watched two goats bang, you know?
Yeah.
What else you have?
Yeah. How much?
Watch a goat bang a chicken.
Yeah, who's going to win?
Well, a cow watches. I like animals watching other
Yeah.
animals have sex. That's
I like
fun.
I like the owl.
Yeah.
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 Big owl's up in a tree
Big
watching.
Owl's toy barn, baby, watching that. Watching a couple of cows bang a chicken or two.
Yeah.
A rooster.
Rooster
Assert
crow.
dominance.
Let's go take a beer break.
Beer break ski. All right, back from beer break. Getting on to our second story. When time slips.
We're going to be talking about the Liverpool time slip incident. So the next time slip incident I'm going to be talking about occurred in Liverpool, England in 1996.
96.
More specifically, Bold Street. Which we're going to...
Bulge?
Bold.
Oh,
B-O-L-D.
not B-U-L-G-E.
Which you're going to find out, Bold Street is like time slip central.
Time slip central. Okay.
Yeah. There's been, and I'll talk about it at the end of this, but there's been many time slip occurrences
Thin spot.
at this place.
Okay.
The
What kind of street we talking about? Is this like a bar street type thing?
No, it's just like a regular old, just downtown street
Okay.
in Liverpool.
Okay.
Like there's shops and stuff.
All right.
Yeah. The story goes that a retired police officer, Frank, was out shopping with his wife on Bold Street.
Bold Street.
Frank was getting ready to cross the street to his favorite bookstore when he noticed an old van that had the name Kaplan's on it. The van then sped past him and began beeping an old-fashioned horn as it drove by. He didn't think anything of it at first because it's pretty common to see old-fashioned cars every so often. Maybe someone restored the vehicle. Maybe there was a car show going on nearby. Who knows? But then suddenly, he felt dizzy, lightheaded. Frank finally made it across the road and approached the bookstore that he knew as Dylan's. But when he got to the bookstore, he noticed that it was instead called Cripps.
Crips.
It was at this point he knew something was wrong. He began looking up and down Bold Street and noticed that there were old-fashioned cars everywhere, not a modern car in sight. The people in the streets were also wearing old-fashioned clothes that looked to be in the time period of the 1950s or 1960s. While standing outside the bookstore as he knew it, he noticed another woman that was wearing modern clothes like him and looking pretty confused to what they were seeing. He then looked into the window of the store and saw umbrellas, bags, shoes that used to be filled with books. Just as he walked in the store behind the woman who was also wearing the modern clothes, everything changed back to normal, present day. In like the snap of a finger, the blink of an eye, everything was back the way it was supposed to be. The bookstore was once again a bookstore, the cars were modern, and the people were wearing present-day clothes. And after this occurred, he did some digging and found that there was a van company called Kaplan's in Liverpool during the 1950s, and the bookstore used to be the Cripps clothing shop. And this is how an urban legend was born on Bold Street.
On Bulge Street. Bulge. So that's Frank.
Yeah, that's Frank.
That's Frank.
And there's a lot. I looked at several other stories similar to this that happened either on Bold Street or around Bold
So
Street.
just a quick walk in, walk out.
Yeah, like in a lot of these time slip occurrences, they happen, it's only a few seconds, up to like a minute, 2 minutes, maybe tops,
Yeah.
and they're done.
So if you could time slip into a certain period.
My last question for you.
Okay, I'll wait then. All right, that's fine. I already have it figured out.
Okay.
I have a couple things figured out, but I want to slip into many, many periods. Yeah. So, and there's multiple times this has happened on this street, just real quick,
Yeah,
in, out, in, out.
yeah. I mean,
Interesting.
it's similar
Same
experiences.
shops area, or just the whole street seems to be some kind of thin spot or something?
It's like,
that we're,
yes, like the similar area or like streets surrounding this area. It's all
Gotcha.
kind of, it seems like it's all like in this like centralized area.
interesting.
Yeah.
This is in London?
This is in Liverpool, England.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where Liverpool is compared to London. So
I didn't look it up either.
we're just gonna say London.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, people in England right now are being like, "It's not even close. It's not even close. Are you kidding me?
And then they're like, bloody hell.
Bloody hell, are you kidding me?
Turn this shit off.
45 miles away. It doesn't even make sense. Down there on Bold Street. Bold Street. What the hell are they talking about?
That's not even how you say it.
It's not even how you say it. It's like a bulge in your pants, not a bold street. It doesn't even make any sense. I feel like when English people talk, they get super red in the face because they don't breathe.
The veins start
they don't
coming
breathe
out.
at all.
Yeah. Like,
It's just-
yeah, I felt it.
No offense.
Oh.
I'm lightheaded from that.
Just imagine that all the time.
Yeah. It's crazy. No wonder they drink so much bass over there.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's the Liverpool. Not Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah.
That's the Liverpool time slip. So
Not London, it's Liverpool, for God's sake.
I'm not going to go into any like theories about that specific one because I want to have a little discussion on time slips, theories, do a little wrap up that can kind of tie into that situation and others similar.
What made his story stand out so much to other time slips that happen on the street?
I don't know if that was just kind of like the first one
Okay.
that really.
I just didn't know what made him more or a better, I guess, person to take their story compared to somebody else.
I don't know. Did you hear that?
I thought it was upstairs.
No, it's fucking out there.
Oh.
Well, if somebody comes running, just
I'll just watch.
throw something,
Yeah.
or at least flick my mic around.
Hey. Yeah, we got noises going in the back room.
Yeah, hopefully it's the cats.
We have been trying I don't want to say we. I'm going to say I have been trying so hard to just summon something up in Corey's house. It'd be great. And I can just turn and leave. I'm out of here.
I'm taking it to your house.
Doesn't
I'm
work like
delivering it.
that.
I'll deliver it.
Dude, I've been working hard for pushing 2 years to get
Yeah.
something down here.
Well, I'll work hard to bring it back to you.
Let's go there.
Yeah. So let's go to the little discussion or wrap up on time slips.
Okay.
Unless you have any more questions about that. I mean, I think the one thing that makes his experience, I mean, it's hard to say, but like compared to some of the other stories I saw, like the one guy was like a druggie and a thief,
Okay.
whereas this guy's a retired police officer. Not saying that all police officers are good, because obviously
right.
they're not, but
But it gives some kind of little
right.
more legitimacy to the story.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when people talk about time slips, they usually imagine something dramatic, someone vanishing into the past or stepping through a glowing doorway. But the stories themselves are rarely like that. They're quieter, stranger, and that's what makes them unsettling. There are a few main ways people try to explain these experiences, and none of them fully solve the mystery. The most grounded explanation is also the least satisfying. Psychology. The idea is that time slips are tricks of perception, fatigue, heat, unfamiliar surroundings, your brain fills in the gaps, memories bend, expectations leak into what you think you're seeing. In some cases, two people might unknowingly shape each other's recollections until they match. But I got it.
Yeah, you got it. You corrected it quick. I was impressed.
I did.
Yeah.
It explains a lot, but not everything, especially not cases where very specific historical details appear without the witnesses realizing their significance at the time. So like in Frank's story,
That's Frank.
I
can't hear the name Frank without thinking of Cars.
Yeah.
When Mater takes him out there to go,
Yeah.
like tractors are so stupid. And then it's like, hey, just don't wake up Frank, you know?
And it comes out.
That's Frank. That's what I always say. Whenever I hear the name Frank, I always think of that anymore. That's Frank.
Yeah. But in his situation, he named a specific taxi van service that was,
That's true.
Back in the 50s.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
And then he named the store, which, I mean, granted, these are things that he could have known, You know what I mean? Like these are things that
It
people
could
could have known.
like tucked in his subconscious.
Yeah.
Maybe without him even realizing it.
Yeah, like
I feel like that's time slips in general. That can
Yeah.
always be some sort of explanation for time slips. Is that something is tucked within your subconscious that you don't even realize is there or anything. I feel like that's where a lot of dreams come from.
like something you read in high school in a book.
Exactly.
That,
Or you
like-
just saw a picture of.
Yeah.
And your brain, you thought your brain never even processed it, but your brain saw the name of that building, a taxi driving past. It just, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of dreams?
Yeah, dude, I had one last night. I was playing Little League.
Ooh.
Dude, I hit a bomb.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know that's a dream.
Not. No. But no, I did have a good one.
My
last
wife's
night.
not a dreamer at all. Like
Not
she
at
never
all.
has dreams. I have them daily, especially if I have ice cream before bed. That's like my go-to. If I want to have a good dream, oh yeah. Dream.
Usually if I go to bed early and get a shitload of sleep.
Yeah. It's like your brain gets bored.
Yeah.
You never go to bed early though, do you?
Last night I went to bed at like 8:30.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That makes sense because I was texting you. I didn't hear anything back.
Yeah.
That's usually when I know Corey went to bed early.
Yeah.
I'll get a text at like 3 a.m. Oh, yeah, man. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to have to go take a shit or something. I don't know.
Then there's the theory, sometimes called the stone tape. The idea is that places can remember.
Yeah, I was actually looking into this as a topic, the
Yeah.
stone tape.
It's interesting.
Really what it reminded me a lot of is a
Residual haunting.
residual haunting.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I kept thinking.
That's
too.
what I couldn't quite figure out the difference between a residual haunting and the stone tape.
Yeah. So a stone tape is the idea,
It's a residual haunting.
basically,
Next one.
that places can remember that intense emotions, fear, joy, trauma can somehow imprint themselves onto the environment and replay later, like a recording. In this version, witnesses aren't traveling anywhere. They're watching the past echo through the present. The figures don't respond. The scene plays out without noticing them. It's neat, it's eerie, and no one can explain how a wall or a garden would store a memory in the first place. And you got to remember, too, a lot of these, Liverpool and stuff, are fucking old.
Yeah.
Like old as shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know, times and stuff.
Yeah, it's just made up bullshit.
It is.
Yeah. I had this coworker.
Corey just ate time like a peanut butter jelly.
I did. And I liked it. I'll poop it out later.
Damn.
I had this coworker who was like really smart, like really fucking smart. And he used to talk like, I talked to him before about like time and stuff, and he'd like sit down and he'd go over like, oh, time's an illusion and this, and he'd go all through all this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I like ham.
I like to eat hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah,
And shit.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like to put them in my pocket in
Yeah.
case I get hungry for later.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like saying all this stuff to me, and I'm just like,
Dude, it's funny to me though because there's this fine line between where somebody's really smart and they talk about time, and somebody is just the total douchebag and talks about time. There's like a fine line.
yeah,
I need you to actually explain something and have it make sense to me for me to think you're smart, compared to if you're just going to repeat everything you saw in some random movie or TV show forever ago.
yeah. This is just how this dude always talked. So
Yeah, couldn't help himself.
yeah. He played Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, I could get locked in a basement for like 10 to 12 hours and play Dungeons and Dragons. And I've never done it, and I know I could. There's not a doubt in my mind I could.
well, it's like a game you play with other people, and you make up a scenario and stuff, and
Yeah.
you kind of go through it.
Well, I know what it is.
Well, how can you play by yourself?
No, I'm saying I could get locked in a
Oh.
basement and play. I'm not saying I could play by myself. I'm saying I could be tucked away for hours playing that game with people.
Do you want to play it sometime?
Not with you.
I don't want to play with you either.
Yeah.
I meant just like in general. Like I'll play it with all my
You
friends.
can play with freaking Time Guy. I'm going to play by myself, apparently, according to Corey. This is actually a game you play with people, and they write a story, and that's a... Like, yeah, no shit.
Just making sure you knew because I didn't know that.
It's kind of like episode 7 of Goosebumps where they go into the Chuck E. Cheese and they get lost and the ball pit turns into slime.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't know what that shit was until he like did it in a group with like a bunch of kids.
Did you do it?
No, I watched.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You just watched?
I sat there. I was the supervisor. I just like I don't know Dungeons and Dragons and shit.
Watched it.
I watched. I didn't play it.
That's crazy to me to just watch. Seems like a crazy game to just watch and not play.
It was.
With a 12-sided or a 20-sided die
Yeah.
getting thrown out there. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was like whipping shit up on the board, but yeah, anyway.
I'm a wizard, Harry.
Yeah. He had like boxes and shit hidden in boxes and fucking tombstones. And
Do you guys spend like more time making the game than you do playing it?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, he'd be like locked in the office for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
like creating this masterpiece.
It's like, good
He'd be
Lord.
like, all right, I'm ready for the group.
And there's a part of me that really thinks you could just change stuff halfway through. Like, if you got somewhere where I didn't like, it's like, oh, nope, I just decided you're dead.
Yeah.
I'm a warlock. You're done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's the way the game's played.
Well, instead of a key in there, that was actually a hole to your death.
Yes.
Like, and you fell.
You fell into the spike pit and died.
Yeah.
Went right up your ash hole.
Yeah. Another explanation pushes things further, overlapping realities. According to this theory, time isn't a single line, but layers stacked on top of each other. Most of the time, they stay separate, but every once in a while, the layers brush up against each other, and someone slips through the seam. That would explain why these encounters often feel solid and consistent, not dreamlike. The clothes make sense, the setting is coherent, the people behave as if they belong there. The problem, of course, is that we have no proof such layers exist.
And how would we ever get proof?
Yeah.
Just like unanswered question forever. If that is the true answer, we'll just never know then.
Unless we create like some type of device.
Like a Dungeons and Dragons game that can take you into interdimensional beings?
Beans?
Beings?
Yeah. Some people take the stories at face value and say, yes, these are actual time slips, brief accidental displacements into another era. The argument is that space and time are connected, and if space can warp, maybe time can too. Certain locations might be unstable in ways we don't understand. Witnesses often describe the world going oddly quiet, colors flattening, or the air feeling heavy, like reality itself has thickened. It sounds compelling. It also opens the door to paradoxes that nobody knows how to close. Softer version of that idea focuses not on the body, but the mind. In this theory, it isn't the person who moves through time, it's their consciousness. The brain somehow tunes into another moment the way a radio locks onto a frequency. That would explain why these experiences feel external and real, but leave no physical trace behind. The problem is obvious. We still don't know what consciousness actually is, let alone how it might travel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
Makes sense with not making sense at all.
yeah.
But yeah.
Others point to the environment itself. Certain locations have unusual magnetic or geological properties that can affect the human brain. These forces can distort perception, create vivid experiences, and alter how time feels. This theory appeals to skeptics because it's measurable, but again, it struggles to explain why people sometimes see historically accurate details that they had no prior knowledge of. And then there's the theory that feels very modern. Maybe reality is a simulation. In that case, time slips aren't supernatural at all, they're glitches. Old data briefly loads where it shouldn't. The scene corrects itself. Everything goes back to normal. It's an idea that explains the suddenness and the lack of consequences. It also raises questions most people would rather not ask.
That would make sense because when you were talking about the two chick story
Yeah.
over there, there's no birds, man. Because birds are just a government spying device.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would make sense why they didn't see any birds because they just hit a glitch in the matrix, a glitch in the time.
What do you
The
need? You
birds
don't
were
need-
still in the
yeah.
future.
Yeah. You don't need
So, hell,
birds.
They don't need birds. They didn't create the birds yet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Or if they did, they just didn't need to use them at that point because you're not supposed to be there.
True. Even back then, they didn't have robots yet. back in their time period. So there are no birds,
That we know of.
no bird robots,
That we know of.
except for a pterodactyl.
What's interesting is that no matter which theory you lean towards, the reports themselves share strange similarities. Sound drops away, the atmosphere feels wrong, the people in the scene don't acknowledge the witness, and then without warning, it's over, like someone flipped a switch. That consistency is why these stories refuse to disappear. You don't have to believe their time travel to admit something unusual is happening, and maybe the most unsettling possibility is this. We don't yet have the right theory. We're trying to explain something real using the wrong language. And that's kind of that.
It's kind of that.
And also I forgot to add it on here, mainly because I couldn't wrap my head around it. It was just a lot.
Oh boy, here we go.
But at Liverpool, I guess there's
They see black dogs running up and down that street.
No, where Bold Street is, it's like the town center. And
Okay.
underneath the town, there's like a underground train system with all kinds of like fucking electronics and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And basically, what some people think is that with Bold Street being in the center of all this, like just the electricity and everything else going on underneath is like causing some weird type of time slip on Bold Street. It's more than that, but that's kind of how I can say it the easiest way possible.
It's like the people think the 49ers keep getting hurt because
Yeah.
they have that substation next to them.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if it was a train track and it was like a major train crossroads there, that could fall into the thin spot because they think a lot of thin spots take place at crossroads of things. So we're talking about a crossroads. If we're talking about a major train station going every which way, this is a huge crossroads.
Yeah,
within
Bold
life.
Street's like right in the middle.
Yeah, so this could create a thin spot in that area.
Yeah. So I kept seeing that one come up, but I didn't know how to explain it
Yeah.
like the best, so that's kind of the dumbest way I can do it.
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a weird way that my brain can't really wrap around.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I got one final question for you, which you already ruined.
Yep. I want to go to 2012. And I'm going to mine me a bunch of Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mine me Bitcoin. It's going to take me about, I don't know, like a day to mine a full coin. I'll do that for a year or so, have 365 Bitcoin.
But I think every time you went, like, you'd start over. Every time you time slip, you'd probably have to start back from
What,
scratch.
am I multiple time slipping?
Oh, you're still in the same time slip.
I'm going in my time slip. I'm plugging that into my computer at my house there, and that's how I'm going.
Oh, I was thinking like the typical like 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute time slip.
Oh, what would you do then?
I had a boring one and like a good one.
Okay.
Just want to hear first.
Boring.
I'd keep it simple. I'd probably just want to see what our hometown looked like.
Next.
The next one,
Yeah.
I would probably go back in time to the 1920s to see Yankee Stadium or Fenway Park. Maybe the Babes' first game as a New York Yankee against the Red Sox at Fenway.
Dude, you couldn't. I would want to go see Babe call a shot.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, the Babe call a shot. I also think
To see if that actually happened,
if you
because
could-
there's
if you could time slip, if I could go back to any time, if you're going back to biblical periods, think if you went back to when Jesus died on the cross.
yeah.
They answer a lot of questions within our lives. Man, through the course of history, there's so many things. You could see where Genghis Khan was actually buried. That'd be a big one.
Or the Shamokin Head where that was buried.
That's true, yeah. I don't think that hits quite the same. Yeah. You just go back in time to go to the president for like a 30-second time slip. It'd be nice if you could talk to him. You just be like, hey, kill Hitler. bang back door. It's like, oh, I heard there's this Hitler fella in Germany. I should probably go and destroy real quick.
Yeah.
And just drop a bomb on his head real fast. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Atomic
Stuff like that.
bomb.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have the atomic bomb yet.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
like, create the atomic
Yeah.
bomb. What the hell's the atomic bomb?
Yeah, you don't even need it. Just go drop a regular bomb on him just to kill him and get rid of that part of Germany's legacy.
Yeah.
I think even Germans might appreciate it at this point. Yeah. I don't know. If I could just go back in time and do anything, it's different than a time slip, so it does go slightly different.
That's why, like, I really don't care too much about a lot of historical events or places that I've only been to, like, 1 or 2 times. Like, why would I care
Yeah.
what it looked like back then? But I think it would be cool to see, like, the place you grew up and just travel down the streets that you know and just see what it looked like back in, like, the 40s, 50s, whatever. I think that would be cool. But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's definitely certain, I don't know, it is weird. Because would I want to go back in time and see somebody that passed away, get to see them for another, but would I even want to do that for like 30 seconds or a minute? Would that
And it's
even
like
be
they
worth
can't
it?
even see you either, you
Yeah.
know? It's just like you can see
So,
them.
Yeah.
Is that going to do
Still
more?
creates that image in your head
Yeah.
that you maybe longed for or lost. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's different things for sure.
Yeah. But that's that,
That's that.
folks.
I'm kind of assuming we're not doing a folklore score on this one.
No.
Yeah, I don't really
I
think.
didn't.
I don't really. I mean, it's not going to score high. Nobody died in a time slip, so that ruins threat level right there.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody got stuck in a time slip
Yeah.
and never came back.
No, not that we know of.
That's true. Yeah. Fuck.
Not that we know of. And that's how Penhurst was created. Multiple time slips in one location, where spirits now are actually people stuck in time slips that we'll never actually know of. So yeah, solid episode, Corey.
Thank you.
It was good. So since we're not doing folklore score, I'll let you sign it off. Tell them to review us. Tell them where to find us on socials. I'll walk you through this.
I got
you
it.
gave me quite the stare.
I think I got it, okay?
Okay.
If you like what you heard, give us a 5-star review on whatever you're listening to. Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio. We don't
Craigslist.
care. Craigslist. Farmers Only.
Oh, yeah.
OnlyFans.
Well,
Omegle. Like, whatever. Whatever you want. Give us a review, baby. And you can go follow us on our socials at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok because we're cranking out them shorts so you can see these pretty faces.
yeah, and if you already are subscribed to us on Facebook, tell your friends about us.
Yeah. Tell your friends, baby.
Tell your friends, because we're pushing our subscribe. We're going for 1 million subscribers by December.
And if we do,
I'll get a tattoo. I already made tattoo promises before that. We're not.
well,
met.
if we get 1 million, you're getting one on your cheek.
No, I don't think so. Nope.
What about under your ear?
Yeah, I'll get one behind my ear.
All right.
A little cheesy back there, but it'll be fine.
I like to smell that,
Yeah,
like my own.
me too.
Yeah.
Dude's weird. Hell yeah. I love a good little ear cheese.
Yeah.
I'm Crack Daddy Mike, and I'm out of here. And Corey's got ear cheese.
I'm Ear Cheese Corey, and I'm out of here. That's the BK, though.
Yeah, he's BK for butt crack.
Yeah.
And Corey's stupid.
Mike's dumb.
Corey's stupid.
Dumb.
Corey's stupid. Corey's stupid.
Dumb.
Corey's stupid. 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 I just ran out of breath. That might be a record.